I have been portrayed in print and in illustrations as shooting the kid from behind a bed, from under a bed, and from other places of concealment. I was not behind the bed, because in the first place I could not get there. I'm not as wide as a church door, but the bed was so close to the wall that a lath could scarce have been introduced between. I was not under the bed, and this fact will require a little more complicated explanation. I could have gotten under the bed, but you see, I did not know the kid was coming. He took me by surprise, gave me no chance on earth to hide myself. Had I but suspected his proximity, or that he would come upon me in that abrupt manner, I would have utilized any safe place of concealment which might have presented itself. Under the bed, or under any article which I might have found under the bed large enough to cover me. Scared? Suppose a man of the kid's noted gentle and amiable disposition and temper had warned you that when you two met, you had better come a-shootin'. Suppose he bounced in on you unexpectedly with a revolver in his hand, whilst yours was in your scabbard. Scared. Wouldn't you have been scared? I didn't dare to answer his hail, "Quien es?" as the first sound of my voice, which he knew perfectly well, would have been his signal to make a target of my physical personality, with his self-cocker, from which he was wont to pump a continuous stream of fire and lead, and in any direction, unerringly, which answered to his will. Scared, Cap? Well, I should say so. I started out on that expedition with the expectation of getting scared. I went out contemplating the probability of being shot at, and the possibility of being hurt, perhaps killed. But not if any precaution on my part would prevent such a catastrophe. The kid got a very much better show than I had intended to give him. Then, the lucky shot, as they put it. It was not the shot, but the opportunity that was lucky. And everybody may rest assured I did not hesitate long to improve it. If there is anyone simple enough to imagine that I did, or will ever put my life squarely in the balance against that of the kid, or any of his ilk, let him divest his mind of that absurd fallacy. It is said that Garrett did not give the kid a fair show, did not fight him on the square. Whenever I take a contract to fight a man on the square, as they put it, that man must bear the reputation, before the world, and in my estimation, of an honorable man and respectable citizen. Or at least he must be my equal in social standing, and I claim the right to place my own estimate upon my own character, and my own evaluation upon my own life. If the public shall judge that these shall be measured by the same standard as those of outlaws and murderers, whose lives are forfeit to the law, I beg the privilege of appeal from its decision. I had a hope, a very faint hope of catching the kid napping, as it were, so that I might disarm and capture him. Failing in that, my design was to try and get the drop on him, with the almost certainty, as I believed, that he would make good his threat to die fighting with a revolver at each ear. So, with the drop, I would have been forced to kill him anyhow. I at no time contemplated taking any chances which I could avoid by caution or cunning. The only circumstances under which we could have met on equal terms would have been accidental, and to which I would have been an unwilling party. Had we met unexpectedly face to face, I have no idea that either one of us would have run away, and there is where the square fight would doubtless have come off. With one question, I will dismiss the subject of taking unfair advantage, etc. What sort of square fight, or even show, would I have got, had one of the kid's friends in Fort Sumner chanced to see me and informed him of my presence there and at Pete Maxwell's room on that fatal night?